Hey y'all, I'm Jenn Dodds, your no-fluff, full-throttle Texas realtor, and today we're going to talk about moving to Houston, but not in the generic cookie-cutter way. We're going to break it down by life stages, because what works for a single tech professional with a French bulldog named Luna, it's not going to work for a family of 5 rolling deep in a minivan with crushed goldfish in every cup holder. So today, I'm going to lay out exactly where I'd live in Houston, depending on your season of life. Whether you're chasing good schools, downsizing your square footage, or just trying to live somewhere with decent Wi-Fi and a walkable brunch spot, I've got you. So let's get into it. Okay, so let's start with young professionals. You've got a job, maybe a dog, maybe a situationship, and probably a love-hate relationship with Uber Eats. You're not looking for cul-de-sacs or PTA meetings. You want vibes. You want flexibility and easy access to your social life. You want proximity to work and play. So whether you're hybrid or full work from home, you want to be near gyms, restaurants, nightlife, and a good coffee shop. You need solid Wi-Fi and a short Uber ride, not a 40-minute commute. You're going to be looking for vibe over square footage. You're not trying to max out your mortgage for 3,000 square feet. What you want is style, modern finishes, big windows, open concept. You want to love the space that you're in. You also want safety that meets nightlife. Some areas are fun but questionable after dark. Others are safe but boring. You want the balance, well-lit streets, a bit of nightlife, and a neighborhood that doesn't go silent at 7 p.m. You're going to be looking for parking and pet friendliness. If you've got a dog or plan to get one, especially post-breakup, don't lie. You want green space nearby. A townhome with a garage is ideal. Street parking is not. You're also going to be looking for HOA flexibility. Planning to Airbnb later or keep it as a rental? Some HOAs shut that down hard, so make sure you understand the long game before you buy. You're also going to want room to grow or exit easily. You want something that fits now but can also be rented or sold quickly if your job relocates or life changes. Think smart investments meet current lifestyle. So this is where I would look. First and foremost, it's going to be the Heights. It's cute, it's charming, and it's expensive, but it's worth it. You get walkability, adorable bungalows, local businesses, and a community feel. You're close to downtown but not buried in it. The style options are everything from modern to historic. Then you've got Edo, which is East Downtown. This area is still up and coming, but it's already packed with great food, breweries, and walkable entertainment. Astro games, art events, rooftop patios, it's all here. The townhomes are modern and the energy's fresh. Then you've got Montrose in Midtown. Montrose is artsy, inclusive, and eclectic. If you want somewhere with soul, vintage charm, and culture, you're going to love it here. Midtown is younger, louder, and full of nightlife. Great brunch, great bars, and lots of fellow 20s and 30-year-olds trying to figure life out. If you're living that young professional life, these are going to be your best bets. Let's talk to the families next. You've got kids, maybe 1, maybe 4. You've got some form of an SUV, a schedule that revolves around school start times, and recurring arguments about whose turn it is to pack lunches. You're not just buying a house, you're buying into a lifestyle. One that better includes safety, structure, and a school pickup line that's not going to make you lose your mind every time you have to get into it. So, here's what you should actually be paying attention to when you're house hunting. First and foremost, y'all, it's going to be your school districts. Don't just look at the overall ratings. You need to go deeper. What kind of programs do they actually offer? Are there STEM tracks, dual language immersion, gifted and talented options, competitive sports teams, and a strong fine arts department? School culture matters just as much as the test scores. Cyber ISD, Klein, Tomball, Conroe ISD, they all have their own personalities. The right one depends on your child's needs and your family's values. Then you've got the HOA and neighborhood culture. Is this the kind of neighborhood that throws block parties, organizes 4th of July parades, and has mom groups who actually hang out? Or is it more of a wave awkwardly once a year and close the garage vibe? Structure and community matter, especially when you're raising kids. Then you've got amenities. You need to see the amenities that actually matter. You're going to look for pools, parks, walking trails, and splash pads. And if the neighborhood has its own daycare or elementary school, that's a game changer. Convenience matters when you're juggling everything from soccer practice to science fairs. All right, guys, then your commute reality check. You might be working from home now, but that could always change. And even if it doesn't, your partner might be commuting, or your kids might have activities all over town. You need to know your proximity to 290, 249, and the Grand Parkway. Tolls, traffic, and access points are going to make a difference. Then your home layout. Make sure the layout fits your lifestyle. Bedrooms on the same floor as the primary if you've got little ones, a playroom or a media room to corral the chaos, an open floor plan so you can keep an eye on your crew while you're pretending to cook dinner. Then future proofing. Think 5 to 10 years ahead. Are your kids going to age out of that awesome elementary school? What does the middle school and the high school look like? You need to choose an area that's going to grow with your family. Now, where would I move if I had a family? Of course, first and foremost is Cypress, specifically Bridgeland and Town Lake. These are master plan communities that were basically designed for families. Bridgeland has its own schools, massive trail systems, resort-style pools, community lakes, and so many golf carts you're gonna think you're at a beach resort. Town Lake, there's literally a lake in the middle of the neighborhood where people cruise around in pontoons. It's fun, it's functional, and feeds into top-rated schools inside Fair ISD. Then you've got the Woodlands. This is the classic. It's nature-forward, but still offers all of the convenience. There are great schools, tons of parks and trails, and every kind of store, restaurant, or healthcare facility you might need, all without leaving your Woodlands bubble. It's ideal if you want family-friendly amenities, but with a more established organic vibe. Then you've got Tomball. It's got that smaller town charm with solid schools and a strong sense of community. You're going to get more house for your money. You're going to find plenty of local events like farmers markets, seasonal festivals, and still be close to the action without the master plan price tag. So, if your life revolves around nap schedules, homework battles, and sneaking vegetables into pasta sauce, these are going to be your spots. Now, let's talk about those of you who are in the next chapter. The kids are out of the house, and for the first time in forever, your schedule actually belongs to you. This is not just about downsizing, it's about right-sizing. So what you're going to look for is probably a single story or a home if it's a two-story with the primary on the first floor. Even if you can handle the stairs now, you don't want to regret that layout in a few years. Make it easy on yourself now and later. Then HOA and maintenance considerations. It's a good idea to look for neighborhoods where front yard maintenance is actually included. This could be patio homes, townhomes, or anything lock and leave. It's great for those who travel or just don't ever want to think about landscaping again. Then, proximity to medical facilities. It may not be the most exciting thing to talk about, but quick access to reputable hospitals and clinics matter more than you think. The Woodlands and Kingwood are both strong in this department. Then we got walkability and lifestyle access. You're going to want to be able to get outside, take a walk, hit a fitness class, or grab a latte without having to drive 20 minutes. Parks, trails, and even clubhouses with events or classes can make a huge difference. Then, of course, your community vibes. Some of you want a lively neighborhood with social events, while others are craving peace and quiet. Know which side you're on and make sure you choose accordingly. And then finally, guys, downsize without downgrading. You may want less space, but that doesn't mean you want to sacrifice your style. You need to look for the updated finishes, natural light, and a layout that still feels spacious, even if the square footage is smaller than what you previously had. So, here are the top areas I would recommend. First, it's going to be Kingwood. This place is peaceful, green, and mature in all of the best ways. It's affordable, has access to Lake Houston and multiple golf courses, and offers a lot of well-maintained single-story homes. It doesn't scream retirement. It just feels comfortable and calm. Then you've got the Woodlands. Yes, the Woodlands again, because it truly works for every phase of life. As an empty nester, you can find townhomes, patio homes, and newer, lower-maintenance builds that still give you access to shopping, dining, medical care, and entertainment. Then finally, Sienna in Missouri City. This is going to be further south, but if you want something newer and a little less family-centric, it's a great pick. Plenty of one-story homes, newer construction, and amenities without playgrounds on every corner. It's that sweet spot for folks who want peaceful, but not boring. So, if you're ready to trade in chaos for calm, but you still want a home that feels like a reward for all of those years of hard work and parenting, these are going to be your go-tos. So, if I were moving to Houston, this is exactly how I'd choose where to live. Not going to be based on zip codes and home prices, but actually based on real life and how you want to live. So if you're raising a family, downsizing for freedom, or building a young professional lifestyle, Houston definitely has a place for you. If you need help navigating it all, I'm here. I'll help you find the perfect place without losing your sanity in the process. Again, I'm Jenn Dodds. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can always get updates on new videos. And let's get you home.